Here we go. So tonight's call is basically like an intro to the coaching opportunity. So me and Shelby just wanted to present this to everybody and tell you a little bit about how we got started on our journeys and what it's meant to us, and just share a little bit of different things that we've learned along the way to give you guys a little preview of what coaching is all about. First slide is a blurry quote, but basically I wanted everyone to think about their vision for what they want for their life, and really think about who you want in your life, what your dream job is, where you want to be living, where would you be? Would you be in a different state? Would you be someplace tropical? How much freedom is in your daily life? Do you want to be a stay-at-home mom? Do you want to own your own business? And what that would look like for you, and really embrace what you want. I know I was told by others when I first got started that I could do anything I wanted to, and I didn't necessarily believe them. I didn't believe that I could envision much more than what I have going on now. And it took me a while to really break down the walls and take my life to a higher level, in order to envision what I truly wanted in life and really believe that I could attain that. So first, I just wanted to give a little intro of myself. On Facebook, I'm Theresa Ray, which is my middle name, and my last name is Jobs. I come from a middle-class family. I'm a Diamond Beachbody coach currently. I stumbled upon health and fitness through Beachbody. So I guess I would say I'm kind of an enthusiast now. I'm by no means an instructor or trained in nutrition or anything for that matter, but it's something I enjoy. I'm currently a social work grad student, and I'm interning in the addictions field. I'm also a Medicaid service coordinator for the developmentally disabled, which I've been with the agency for almost 5 years, so I'm pretty proud about that. And I love my cat, Mowgli. I'm also a girlfriend to my boyfriend, hopefully soon to be fiance. I'm also a member of the Delta Phi Epsilon sorority from SUNY Brockport in New York. And next, Shelby can introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Shelby. A lot of people know me as Brinkley Jean on Facebook. It's my way of how I used to elude future potential employers. But now that I have a steady job, I don't have to worry about it. And I've kind of built my everything around being Brinkley Jean. So at this point, it's pointless to change that. So I'll give you a little background of myself. I currently work as a sex educator. I work in health education. It's super fabulous. I'm a big fan. I have a fiance. His name is Corey. I refer to him as Hank Cooper on Facebook. He plays in a band and he does a lot of acoustics, so that's his stage name. I went to SUNY Brockport, where
I can't hear anything.
Shelby, you're frozen. Just bear with us. This often happens to Shelby.
Am I back?
Hey, you're back.
Oh, well, that was awkward. Anyways, back to me being an obsessive cat mom. And I'm also a health and fitness enthusiast. And I'll start with, you want to do journeys now?
Sure.
Okay. So I graduated college in 2011, and I was almost 200 pounds. I was miserable. I was binge drinking. I was eating Zonies like it was my job. I was miserable. I had a lot going on. I was depressed. I had all sorts of alcohol and drug issues. And then I graduated and realized that life does go on after college. Um, I ended up joining a gym when I was still working part-time as a waitress. So I had all the time in the world to wake up and go to the gym and spend 2 hours there on the treadmill doing different things. And eventually, between that and eating healthy, I ended up losing about 30 pounds. So that was good. And then I ended up meeting Corey, and I started gaining those comfortable pounds back where I'm sure people are very familiar. You start going out to eat, you have a couple drinks, you snuggle on the couch and watch Netflix. And after time, they start to accrue. So after meeting Corey, I probably gained back about probably 30 pounds back from that. So I was about 170, 175 when I started. And I was really bummed. I was really depressed. I was heavily drinking again. I wasn't doing much. I was upset that I couldn't find a job with my degree. So I was in all sorts of bad places. And then I started noticing that Theresa was posting little things here and there about Beachbody. And I was like, what is she talking about? That scam. What is that? And so eventually I started noticing, I'm like, oh, she's looking pretty good after college. You know, if she can do that, I can do that. So I liked a couple of her statuses, and she reached out and she was like, hey, you should do the 21-day fix. Knowing what I know now, I would have bought it from her in a heartbeat and made any type of purchase. But I was like, no, that's way too expensive. I could never spend that much money on a challenge pack. No way. So instead of starting my journey then, I waited the entire summer. Then I reached out to her again, and she was like, hey, you know, like, you can do this. Like, it's going to be great. So I took the jump and I got T25 and I started losing weight. And then I said, oh, I kind of want this other program. So she said, whoa, whoa, whoa. Before you start buying programs, you need to sign up as a discount coach and get the discount. And most people start as discount coaches. I didn't. Um, I jumped right in, like, head first, and decided that I wanted to work the business. So with that, I started talking to Theresa. She started putting me in her different trainings, and now I am running a fit club. I'm organizing a 5K. I've lost close to 20 pounds since I started my Beachbody journey. I'm almost back down to my goal weight, which it's a progress. It's transformation. It's not going to happen overnight, but it's not necessarily about the journey that I have been on physically. It's the mental journey that I've been on. I'm happy. I'm positive. I'm doing things. I'm smiling. I have found my faith again. So it's not just changed me as a person who's trying to get skinny, but it has um, a lot of overall benefits that have really helped me along the way.
Awesome, Shelby. I freaking love you. And now I'll share a little bit about me. So after I graduated from my undergrad, I had a lot of substance abuse issues, again, drugs and alcohol. I was just all the wrong habits, all the wrong coping skills. I was in a really bad relationship with my boyfriend. It was completely unhealthy. And I just didn't know how to manage any of it. I had mental health issues. I was really depressed. Just a total lack of confidence in myself. And ultimately, my entire life, I would say that I've really struggled with my body image issues. And I've just, no matter what anyone would say about me, I always was my own worst enemy, and definitely just judged myself and hated myself. And I didn't know how to get out of that funk. Nothing seemed to work, and I masked a lot of my emotions with drinking and drugging and hanging around people. that made me feel better about myself. So after college was said and done, I had gained about 20 pounds. Um, Looking back and seeing that picture on the left, I can't even believe that's me. And I didn't even feel like I was that big at that time. And I don't know. It's just not me. Um, it's crazy to think how much I've changed over the past couple of years since I've become involved with Beachbody. After college, I joined a gym, like Shelby did, and I was pretty consistent in going. And I wasn't really seeing a connection. You know, it was like a chore. It was just something I had to do, and I wasn't really enjoying it. I wasn't really seeing the progress. I didn't have a support system, so it was like I was working on one side of the wheel, and everything else was still being neglected. Um, So then a girl from work who is my coach, Kate Check, came along and she told me about Beachbody products and these challenge groups, and I thought it was absolutely ridiculous. I did not want to spend $100 on a shake. So I continued to use other products from Walmart, from GNC, you name it. I've probably tried it. Nothing made me feel like Shakeology made me feel. I gave it a go. I got a challenge pack. I finally just said, let me try it. And I started to see results. I got excited when I got my package. I looked at the calendar. I posted it up and I checked off every day that I worked out. And being in a challenge group and just being surrounded by people that constantly just lifted me up and gave me that other sense of confidence that I never had in myself. So ultimately, not only has it been just a physical transformation, I would say that the most valuable thing about Beachbody is that I've gained strength in myself by working on myself internally, and gaining a support network that I never had before, full of people that had like-minded ideas as I did and wanted more for their lives and were willing to dream big. So a little bit about what we're going to be going over today, basically is what is coaching and what isn't coaching, because there's a lot of misconceptions out there. So we want to kind of break down those barriers, what you need to know to be successful, the financial commitments involved with coaching, the time and commitments that go along with it as well, and the perks, as well as travel and other incentives that Beachbody offers. So going off of our stories, I just wanted to talk a little bit about, you know, the other piece of Beachbody that it has to offer. It has to offer a community, a sense of, you know, family, friendship that fills that other void. I know, especially for me, that was really important. After college, I just kind of fell off the ladder and I didn't have a big friend network, you know, maybe just via social media, but it just wasn't enough for me. I needed friends that were on the same page as me, and I needed people to surround me and really lift me up. And I found that in Beachbody. And it really challenged me to work on myself, and I needed that challenge. Beachbody constantly challenges you in the fact that one of the three vital behaviors as a coach is to work on your personal development, because you can't help someone else unless you work on yourself. So really dropping your baggage at the door and analyzing it and moving on from those things. So this was just another slide, just a couple things over the years that I've been a coach, such as going to Vegas, seeing Autumn Calabrese down there, my success partner, Angela. There's Shelby and I at Super Saturday. So there's constantly events and things that are fun where you get to be a part of that community and break down those social barriers. Because I know I'm an introvert personally, and I don't really like crowds and being around a lot of people. But these are people that I actually feel comfortable around, and that really challenged me to get outside of myself, and I don't regret it for anything. Shelby, do you want to do this one?
Sure. Okay. So I think that this is really important. Who can be a coach? Because I feel like some people, when they hear the word coach or beachbody coach, there's all these things that come with it, and they're not necessarily true. So going off of that, you can be on your journey. And that's what it's about. Being a beach body coach is not about having a beach body by any stretch of the imagination. It's about working on yourself and that transformation. And my favorite quote is progress, not perfection. And if I have to have a beach body, or if I had one from the beginning, I would have never made it in this business, because having your own personal journey is what makes you a coach, and that's your why, and that's your story. um, and you don't have to be a salesperson, and that's probably one of the biggest objections that I get. And I totally felt the same way in the beginning, and I still sometimes feel that way. And I'm like, I am not good at selling things. I work in the human services field. I do not work in sales. I would never survive. um, but coming back to that, you don't have to be a salesperson. You just genuinely have to care about helping other people, helping connect them, and helping them to start their journeys. And that's really what coaching is about: is reaching out to others and helping pull them into um, that new life, and helping them start their fitness journey. Um, you do not have to be a health and fitness expert. If I had to sit down and write out nutrition plans for every single person and use like nutrition chemistry, I wouldn't make it. Um, that's what we have the programs for. um, Things like the 21 Day Fix. It teaches you the basics. It teaches you how to do your nutrition. It teaches you portion control. It teaches clean eating. So it's all about that process and that constant learning and that constant education as you're going along. And yeah, working on your own health and fitness is a huge part of it, because nobody wants to listen to somebody preach to other people when they're not actively working on themselves. So you do not have to be a health and fitness expert. Um, you do need to be open and willing to share about how you've changed. And it's sometimes terrifying to dig down to share that beginning piece of where you came from and how you started. But it is so motivating to other people, because a lot of people relate to you, and you might not know that you are even relating to them. Um, so being open to sharing how you've changed your life and achieved your goals. Being invested in yourself and growing as a person, because you can't give away what you don't already have. Um, so the biggest thing about my personal journey, and I can speak from experience, is I had no idea what personal development was, PD, or anything, any of that, what everybody was talking about when I started. And Theresa explained to me, it's working on yourself and helping yourself from the inside out, because you can't help other people until you started working on yourself. So really focusing on that inner energy, and helping yourself and changing your life from the inside out. And constantly reading books. I read personal development books all the time. And if you would have asked me 5 years ago if I would have ever found myself in a self-help section of a bookstore, I would have thought you were crazy. And now I can't literally put them down. And then the other biggest thing is, people don't have the time to work the business. I get that one all the time. You don't have to. You don't have to be a salesy coach. You don't have to go out there and work the business. A lot of people will just sign up strictly for the discount, and I think a lot of people shy away from that, because they almost think that it is a scam, and it's not. There's literally no strings attached, no gimmicks. When somebody signs as a coach, they literally can do what they want with it. So if they just want to sign up for the discount and never work the business, never talk to anybody about it, that's fine. They can absolutely do that and get their 25% off of Shakeology, along with all the other programs, all of the wear and share. And then you could always kick it up to a hobby coach where maybe you want to sell a couple of challenge packs just to cover just to cover the cost of your Shakeology. People can do that. If you have that business or you have that opportunity at any point in time to jump from discount to hobby to business builder to not. And then Theresa and we like to call it, we identify as business building coaches. We are in it to win it. We want to retire from our jobs and work Beachbody full time. We want to actively help other people, and we can do that with this business, and it's absolutely great. There's no overhead. You don't have to pay a lot of money to get in. You literally just drink your Shakeology, work out, and help other people.
Well said. Well said. You got that all right? Yep. Okie dokie. So I know, Shelby, you kind of went into some of these things, which is awesome. So myths about coaching. That you have to be ripped or fit to be a coach. Absolutely not. Like you said, you got to be on your journey and being a product of the product. And a transformation in progress, and while still sharing. So wherever you're at is where you're at, and that's cool. I know I've been to a lot of Beachbody events. I've been to Coach Summit, and the women on stage, everybody's at a different place in their fitness. And, I had my own misconceptions about this business, and it really turned me off. But once I saw that there was real people a part of this, then I was like, oh, okay, I can do this. Cool. All right. And I don't have time to be a coach. I get that a lot. So basically we all have the same 24 hours, and plenty of successful coaches that are growing this business do it in 1 hour a day, and we like to call it power hours. Personally, I've been a grad student for the past 2.5 years. I've found the time. I work the business every day. I make my own hours. I have set hours. I have also work full-time, and I'm now working part-time. I have an internship as well, so I'm basically working part-time and not getting paid for the other work I do. But it is totally doable. And I'm not a salesperson. Like Shelby said, no sales. I hate salespeople. I would not be able to do that. Only people got in early make money. Sorry, a little thingy just popped up. So some people's misconceptions are only people that got in early to the business make the money, which is not true. Plenty of people that have started before me or after me make different amounts. It's completely doable. It's really all what you put into it. So don't think that just because you got in and after someone doesn't mean that you can't surpass them or do your own journey. So don't really compare yourself to other people. And some people say that you can't afford to get started. Like I said, I've been working part-time, and I've gotten my Shakeology covered every month. I share my journey, and that's how I am able to help other people along on their journeys and get my Shakeology and my coaching fees covered every single month. So just being genuine and getting out there and working the business and just really sharing what an opportunity it is to lose weight, to feel healthier, to feel more confident, has completely changed my life. I mean, why wouldn't I want to share that with other people? So basically, if you want to be a successful coach, you have to accept 100% responsibility for your success. I know this was a struggle for me at first. I really was angry and bitter, and that was a lot of my whole aura about me before I was a coach. And when I got started, I still had a lot of that relentless anger in me, and that was something that I definitely have been working on. And I didn't accept responsibility for my business once I saw the business opportunity. And that really held me back. And now I appreciate what I've learned from that and from those struggles. But I didn't accept responsibility for my own success. I blamed my upline. And that's not it. There's plenty of opportunities, coaching, training all over. And it's all up to you whether or not you utilize those things. So seeing mistakes as an opportunity for growth. Like I just said, I've completely changed my mindset. So I take those struggles as that's something that I needed to go through. And now I appreciate it. And I know that I've learned a lot through those struggles. Looking at successful coaches and ask, why not me? I used to envy a lot of other coaches, and I never gave myself the chance to think that I could be them. I could do that. Why not me? And now I have these different, positive thoughts that I can do that too. Anyone can. They don't have a certain set of circumstance that made their business any more than what I can do. We can all have the same opportunity in this business. So don't ever think that you can't. So understand that to succeed, you must empower others as well as yourself. So like I said before, you can't just tell other people and empower other people to be working on themselves. You need to be doing it too. You have to be a product of the product and be sharing your journey and working on yourself, working on those struggles. Like I said, my negative attitude really held me back at the beginning. And that's something I've been working on. And I know that I can't help others unless I work on that constantly. So just being mindful of that for sure. Like I touched on the 3 vital behaviors in this business. Inviting people to the journey, inviting people to the challenge groups. I mean, it's such a fun opportunity just to share recipes, to give other people the opportunity to learn about the stepping stones of health and fitness. It's just awesome. So once you get started, it's just a matter of showing other people how to start their challenge groups and their challenges, and just sharing relentlessly with other people how fun it is and exciting. And then on top of that, then earning commissions and incentives. It's just amazing. And these are just some of the training tools that are available. So I just wanted to go over like all of the training tools that are the Coach Online Office that you pay for in your business fees. Everything is presented right there for you. You don't need to make up anything. All the templates, all of the coach trainings, they're all right there for us to utilize. And as far as the communication things, every week there's team calls. We have mini team calls like this. We have the National Wake Up Call every Monday morning at 11. And there's the Coach Breaking News where you learn about everything that's going on, as well as the newsletter. And you can always access the Coach FAQ if you have any questions, as well as our coaching pages. The outlets that we like to utilize for our businesses are Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. So it's really whatever works for you. A lot of people have been utilizing Facebook like pages as well. Shelby, do you want to go over the benefits?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so 25% discount on products and programs, which is huge. That includes Shakeology, all of the new programs, challenge packs, everything. And it speeds up your own personal success, which is huge because you're seeing those results, you're achieving things, you're an entrepreneur, you're running your own business. You increase your own fitness results. And let me tell you, there is no better accountability than knowing that you have people looking up to you to help motivate them to lose their own I can't talk today, that are looking up to you to help them with their own fitness journey, building confidence and self-esteem. I would have never seen myself, like I said, a year ago or even 6 months ago, leading one of these calls or even talking to people and putting this on Facebook. Creating income. I've been able to get free Shakeology every month since I started this business, and I'm chipping away at one of my credit cards. When you go at your own pace, you only work the business as much as you want to. If you want to make a lot of money, you absolutely can. If you just want to lay back and be a discount coach, that's your decision. You get a 30-day new coach mentorship and training. So we have all sorts of new trainings. We're always coming up with new stuff, new interactive things. We have private Facebook groups for support and weekly calls. And power of part-time is fabulous. Let me tell you, you literally work the business when you want to. And this is my favorite. You get to learn how to dream again, because we can definitely forget that in getting stuck in the daily grind. And we can make our dreams a reality. We can do whatever we want with our life. I was feeling stuck and desperate, and that was only a few months ago, and I'm a completely different person. So this business really helps you harness those dreams and goals and shows you how to reach them.
Thank you. So I just wanted to chat a little bit about the trips and incentives. So like I was saying earlier, I went to Las Vegas for the Coach Summit last year. This year it's in Nashville, Tennessee. So completely different location, but I'm excited. And there's an opportunity to win all of these trips with something called Success Club points. So basically, you're earning your trip for the next year. Right now, we're earning points towards setting sail on the SS Beachbody, which is like one of the largest cruise ships. I think it's called like the Oasis or something. So that's awesome. I'm super excited. I know that I'm on the wait list, so I'm pumped for that. Right now, my coach, Kate Check, is in Cancun. Jealous. And they have trips all over. So right now it's an all-inclusive resort in Cancun, Mexico. And they go all over. And also what's really awesome about all of these trips is all the celebrity trainers are there. So they constantly have different workouts, even on the cruise ships. So it's really super sweet, and it's just awesome. It looks like we have less than a minute left. So we're going to hold off on going into Shakeology. I just wanted to at least put up this visual for monthly costs about the business, but we will get to more in depth about that on the next call. So I'm going to stop share and stop recording.